It's time for me to be a game-changing recipe creator for the Proper Human Diet one more time. This has been a request from so many people on my channel, and I cannot wait to share with you the ridiculously easy way that I have come up with to solve this problem for so many people who have asked for it. Deep dish style pizzas for a proper human diet. Let's make them the easy way on Chris Cookin' Nashville. If you watched my 90-second carnivore bread video from last week, you probably recognize this dirty bowl. We are filming a second video today using that recipe, and I'm going to show you how to tweak it to do something that honestly, I wasn't really sure I was going to be able to figure out for people. I've released a couple of different versions of pizza crust recipes ideal for keto, ketovore, and carnivore. I've had a bunch of people ask me if I could do a deep dish or a thicker crust style, because when you do those carnivore pizza crusts that are like egg based, they tend to be really thin, even when you try to make them thicker. But this 90-second bread recipe has given me a brand new take on figuring out how to make a deep dish pizza. So I'm going to show you guys how to use that recipe from last week. We're going to mix it together, and I'm going to show you how we turn it into carnivore pizza crust so you can do keto, ketovore, or carnivore pizzas with this crust. It is simple, it is tasty, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me grab the ingredients and I'll show you how we do it. This is essentially 4 times the recipe of that 90-second carnivore bread, but stick around because I make some tweaks to this recipe to give it more of that pizza crust vibe. And I also am going to show you the technique later of how we do this to turn it into a deep dish pizza crust, because this whole thing happens really in 2 stages. The first thing we need to do is mix together the batter and bake that in the microwave so that we can turn this into the pizza crust base. But then I'm going to show you how we actually get it to shape so that we can make it a deep dish pizza crust that will hold all of the amazing toppings that you want to put inside. These are the powdered ingredients, the same exact thing from that 90-second carnivore bread, but I tweaked a little bit of the ratio. The recipe card with all of the exact amounts is on my website. It's linked in the description box. It's free. Go there. You can print that out or download it so you can have that recipe. The next thing I have 4 large eggs. I also have a couple of additional ingredients here. This is the instant yeast that I mentioned in that 90-second carnivore bread video. You don't have to use it, but in the pizza crust especially, I find it's a really good flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and use it today. You can leave it out if you want to, but if you want it to taste like a pizza crust, it's a lot better with the addition of that instant yeast. And then one brand new ingredient that might shock everyone a little bit is some heavy cream that is going to also work in tandem with the change of the ratio of those powders. And then of course I have 4 tablespoons of butter because we are making 4 times the recipe. I'm gonna go ahead and melt the butter, crack the eggs, mix in all of my powders, create the batter exactly like you saw me do it in that 90-second carnivore bread video. And then I'll show you how we cook this and how I'm gonna turn it into at least the first part of a deep dish pizza crust. Let's go ahead and mix it up. I'm gonna link a set of these down below for you guys. This is a silicone 9-inch cake pan pan, and it works perfectly for making a personal sized pizza, deep dish style, with this mixture. So I have this really well mixed up. I've got that yeast in there. It's doing its thing. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in. This is gonna go in the microwave. Now it's gonna take between 5 and 6 minutes most likely. You're gonna have to double check based on the wattage of your microwave. Somewhere between 5 and 6 minutes, this should be cooked and set. What you're gonna have to do though is the last 30 seconds to minute that it's in there, you're gonna have to take this out, dump the pizza crust out, and put it back in upside down to help get that bottom cooked until it is set and dry in the center, cooked all the way through. Let's go ahead and make a pizza crust. Step 1. Now we're just gonna throw this in the microwave for about 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes is what mine seems to take. And if you're asking, can I do this in the oven because I don't have a microwave or I don't wanna use a microwave? Maybe. It's gonna require some tweaks. This does not work straight in the oven just the way that it is, but I am working on it. So be patient with me. I'll see if I can find a way to do it in the oven for you, but let's go ahead and throw this in the microwave in the meantime. So there is the mini pizza crust for our deep dish pizza, step number 1. Now, it doesn't look a whole lot like a pizza crust. It kind of looks like an oversized donut or bagel that is way too soft, but we're going to fix that. The first thing I'm gonna do is let this cool for a few minutes. Then I'm going to very thinly shave the top of this across. That will level everything off. I'll use my bread knife to do that. See, there's a reason to have a bread knife again. And then I'm gonna show you how we make the inside open so we can have the traditional deep dish style pizza. Let's let that cool. I'll shave off the top and I'll show you what we do next. There's our deep dish bread base. All we need to do now is fill this with whatever toppings you want on your deep dish pizza. Today, I'm gonna do Italian sausage, pepperoni, and cheese. And because my wife is keto, I'm gonna put some tomato sauce on it. Now, I know that's not carnivore. If you're a carnivore, don't use tomato sauce. But if you're keto or ketovore, that's a great option. Carnivore, add an Alfredo sauce, some kind of cream base or some kind of a butter-based sauce, and you'll have an amazing pizza just the same. Let's go ahead and put some toppings on this, and then I'm gonna show you how we bake it. There are a lot of ways that you can bake this pizza. My favorite is using the Typher Dome 2 air fryer. You guys have maybe seen me do a video on this before. This is the air fryer I use every day. I love this. So you can totally do this in an air fryer, especially if it has a pizza setting. If not, throw it in your oven, 375 degrees, preferably on a preheated pizza stone, somewhere around 12, 15, maybe 17 minutes should do it. Let's go ahead and preheat my air fryer, and I'm gonna throw this in that air fryer, and we'll show you when they're done. And that is how we do a carnivore crust deep dish pizza done keto style for my wife with the marinara. So what do you think?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I mean, who doesn't love pizza? Especially deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite kind. And one of my favorite things on planet Earth is like the garlic sauce crust. Saw that you put it on here and that just makes me so excited.
I figured it would. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a little more Parmesan cheese there too because
Oh, wow.
I know.
You're trying to really earn some extra points, aren't
Trying
you?
to do what I can.
This looks so good though.
There you go. Dive
All right.
into that and let everybody know what you think.
Let's do it. I'm already pretty impressed by this. This is a lot of meat, a lot of toppings, and a lot of cheese. The fact that it's holding that well, that's impressive. Magnifique. Magnifique, sir. I feel like I'm in a pizzeria right now. Holy cow, that is good. This is so good, babe, so good. Your crust is literally the perfect texture. It's soft, it is not eggy, no weird texture. The garlic sauce on there was a really nice touch. Really amazed that you got the texture that close. This marinara sauce you made, bomb.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do a little keto video of how I do that marinara.
Yes, clearly though, I think the star of the show, it's hands down though the crust, because that is always the hardest part. And I love that you made this with your 90-second bread. And it's literally just a few more minutes of work and it's super easy to make.
As long as you have the toppings and everything ready to go, like it's really not that much harder. It takes a little longer in the microwave because there's a lot more of it. I'm gonna be working on some other recipes of what to do with those discard pieces, by the way. So you guys make sure to stick around on the channel because I'm gonna show you some fun things you can do and then make something really nice to go along with it.
I have not realized though how much I have missed having a deep dish pizza. Tears are right here. This is bomb. It's so good. So good.
Well, guys, there you go. That's how we do a deep dish pizza based off of that 90-second carnivore bread recipe. With the bread recipe and with this one, I'm going to work on options for if you don't have a microwave, you don't want to use a microwave, but it is going to require some tweaks because you guys see when you rapidly cook egg whites that have that protein that's all bound up with water, it steams and it puffs. And that is the technique that creates the texture of this bread. When you put this in the oven, you're not going to get that same reaction to that extent, but I'll keep working on it. In the meantime, do yourself a favor, go make this recipe. Tell us in the comments, what are you going to top your carnivore pizza crust with? Are you going to do keto? Are you going to do carnivore? What are your favorite pizza toppings? I'd love to know. Maybe we can get some ideas, or maybe other people in the community can get some ideas for pizzas they could make as well. Link down below, you're going to find my website. The recipe card for this is on the recipe card page, which is also linked in the description box. Also, you'll find a link for our private community called The Band. Maybe I should show The Band how to use this exact same thing and do cheesy garlic bread.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see the cheesy garlic bread that I'm going to do with this recipe, you got to go join The Band. Thank you guys so much for being here, supporting what we do. We love every single one of you. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. This is Chris Cook in Nashville. My beautiful wife, Ash Taylor, enjoying her pizza over here. You guys eat your meat. Now your carnivore crust deep dish pizza. Who would have thought? Love your life. We'll see you here in the kitchen for a bunch of crazy recipes like this coming soon. And if you guys like deep dish pizza on a carnivore crust like this, you've got to check out this recipe right over here.
Delicious.
You finish your pizza.
Don't get between a girl and her pizza. Never, never.